Fergusson is one of the key figures in Scottish modern painting, and his work is still very relevant today. So having this archive is very important. So some of it ends up being translated into pages such as this in our publication. So we very much look forward to sharing this information with you this month, and this is just a little bit behind the scenes to everything that you see in the front of the gallery. So I'm in my Edinburgh flat, and in front of me is one of the paintings that's going to be in our J.D. Fergusson exhibition, and it's of Margaret Peploe. It's called Margaret and Willie, and it was painted in 1931. It's a retrospective painting because John is looking back at his time in Cassis in 1913. So I don't know whether the date is significant, whether he's transposed the date, but it was a gift for Margaret, who he saw as a Celtic beauty. And there she is in France at this amazing time before the First World War. Both S.J. Peploe and John Duncan Fergusson were doing truly remarkable painting at this period of time, and it was a very happy time. John Fergusson was still with Anne Estelle Rice, and Margaret was at the Hotel Panorama with her husband Samuel John Peploe and their 3-year-old son Willie. So it's a modern Madonna and their child. It was John that had invited Samuel John Peploe and Margaret to Cassis to come and join them in the Mediterranean, and it was Samuel John Peploe's first time painting in that area. And the Hotel Panorama, which you can see above Margaret's head, was a very eccentric hotel. It was closed during the winter, so it was only open in the seasons, the summer months. In the winter, the owner had an American car which he used as a chicken coop in the winter, and in the summer he would go and collect his guests from the train station. Both John Fergusson and Samuel John Peploe were both exceptional musicians, and so you can imagine this time in the Hotel Panorama playing music with a young child. Margaret possibly became pregnant in Cassis at this time, but this is a gift for Margaret. It's a beautiful painting. So as a direct comparison, we've got Margaret painted by Samuel John Peploe in 1910. This was painted in Royan. So it's a beautiful Fauvist work. So you can do the comparison of these two paintings, and you can see that Margaret and Willie have been painted in the Fauvist colours, but they're much more muted because it's the artist looking back at this beautiful, wonderful period of painting and a joyful time for all of them in France. On the mantelpiece, we also have these very, very rare examples of John Duncan Fergusson's sculpture. It's really lovely to have them in the house in a domestic setting. I'm very, very fortunate that I can play with these beautiful items before they come to the gallery, and hopefully you'll be enjoying them right now in the gallery.